So what's up everybody, it's me, at True Star Screamer, and we're here with, yes, some more Hasbro G.I. Joe Cobra goodness. Finally, Target shipped out my Python Patrol figures. I've got both here, the Viper and the Bat, and let me tell you, there's been some sour taste in my mouth with these guys ever since they came out. I mean, where to begin? First of all, Target only let me order one of these at a time. They wouldn't let me order, for some reason, these came out one day, these came out one day, and so I had to pay shipping for both because I couldn't order them both the same day. They would only let me get one of each, and so I only have one. So my geek compulsive disorder is going nuts because I usually would get at least a pair, especially for troop builders. But not only that, and I'm sure my buddy Sony at TM Reviews is currently going nuts because everything's in the box and I'm handling boxes. They're going to stay in the box a little longer, guys, because we're going to talk about a few things that are driving me crazy with these. I mean, of course, yeah, we kind of went over with Outback that with the artwork on the back, it's the same stuff there. Outback I thought was awesome with the Tiger Force stuff, so I was excited to get the Python Patrol. The whole idea is that these are elite Cobra troops, and the Python suits are supposed to give them some stealth abilities. They did have Python Vipers. They also had a few other troopers in Python Patrol. The original Python Patrol did not have bats. It took like a couple years of Hasbro milking the G.I. Joe stuff to finally give them bats. But let's talk about what kind of irritates me. And yes, we're staying in the box a little longer, so for my buddies, and you know who you are, you're gonna know, I know you're grinding your teeth, but trust me, there's a reason for it. We're gonna start off with the Viper here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull out one of my mint and sealed boxes. Regular Vipers, the Cobra Island ones, you know, these guys that we were busting our asses for. And tell me if you see it. Tell me if you see it. Do you see it? Okay, I'll spoil it for you. Scarf? No scarf. Gun and clip. Here, the clip's already in here, so they're making it look like you're getting the same amount of accessories. I know, it's not much, it's only the scarf, but still, we're getting just a little less in this. I mean, artwork's the same, I got no problem with that, just recoloring on there. Everything else, that's all the same, just new coloring, which I think is absolutely fine. But, yeah, I know it's just a little thing, and yeah, the scarf actually prevents a little of the articulation, but it's just one less thing. And yes, this guy probably, I mean, the fact I had to pay shipping on this guy cost me more than this guy, and I'm getting less. The thing is, same thing happens with the Bat. It's a little more obvious with the Bat. Now, one thing I will kind of say, here at the Bat it shows the battle damaged head, which he comes packaged with. This, they did change the artwork slightly, and no battle damaged head. No battle damaged chest. Battle damaged chest. So this guy comes with 2 less accessories than this guy. After that, artwork's the same. In fact, it has the battle damaged artwork on the side here, except now has the Python Patrol logo on here. Oh, for you OCDers out there, number 41, number 42. So, but yeah, we're gonna crack these guys open in a second. But aside from, of course, having to pay more stuff, making them harder to find, we're actually getting a few less accessories. I mean, I kind of like the idea of having battle damaged bats. You know, it was just a nice thing for the photography. And yeah, no scarf, no head, no chest plate. Alright. Enough with that complaining. Let's get some of these toys open. So the first one we're going to look at is the Bat himself. I am still trying to figure out how people like D Amazing and other reviewers got him 5 months ago. I mean, it's just, come on, man. That's not cool. For the rest of us, that is. So I've been waiting for him. I've been kind of chomping at the bit. And this is a bit lackluster. Now, there's a few things. I don't know if it's just mine or if it's with the line. But all the joints incredibly tight. You might be able to see here. I've got some plastic flashing here on the leg. This lower knee barely does not want to bend, and when I start to do it, it starts to pull on the boot swivel. So I'm gonna probably have to run this under hot water or something on there. But the other knee incredibly tight. Something I wasn't a fan with the original Bat design. This leg holster, you know, it does reduce articulation, and again, these are stiff. So definitely heat yours up first. I should definitely run him under hot water before doing anything major on here. The plate here, it stays on here pretty solid, so I can't complain too much about that. The hand swaps out just fine for both of them. You know, I got all his gear in the backpack, no issues. The actual paint on this, wow. They went with a heavy brush here. You can actually see, hopefully the camera's going to focus on here, there's like paint goop here down the sides. It's like when someone came here with a paintbrush, there's just excess paint all through this. You know, it's like they took the old ones and someone literally just started painting over them. You know, for the yellow. I mean, the other one, yes, it was still painted, but I don't think it was anywhere this sloppy. And that's the thing, it's sloppy. I got the plastic flash, I got the really stiff joints. I'm missing the battle damaged head, the battle damaged chest. I mean, everything else is fine. I like the maroon on it, so that's kind of nice, and I like, there's a little bit of consistency with the maroon here and the piping, though I probably would have wanted that silver. I don't know. This is just, it's a repaint, but it's a downgrade. So, I mean, I love the Bat. The original Bat, that was fine. This is nowhere, it's like the off-brand version of it. We still get our gun, still has the hole in there, so I can put an effect part in there, which is neat. And like I mentioned before, the hands, I could swap off both the hands. They come out on a peg there, so I can put a weapon on either hand, which is kind of neat. And the worst part is I still probably am going to get, if I see a second one in the store, I'm probably still going to get it. I'll probably mention that at the end of the review again. But yeah, so first one out of the box. 6 out of 10. It's serviceable. It'll be in the background. But yeah. Let's take a look at the Viper. So now we've got the Viper here. Some marginal improvements. Joints are nowhere near as stiff. I'm almost wondering if it's with the pinlessness, with these being pinless, if that is actually affecting some of the stiffness in the knees, to be honest. I don't know, it's a weird thought, but it makes me wonder. But aside from that, everything is the standard fare. I mean, he's got a little bit of squeakage, but in some ways he's actually a lot looser than the Bat is. Take that if that's a pro or a con. The paint, again, the yellows with a heavy, heavy brush here. Same with the shoulders. I mean, I can see the black or the gray bleeding underneath of this. This feels like one of my first repaint customs, you know, not priming it right. And just, I mean, not sloppy. This looks like it was done by hand. All this was done by hand. Can I bring it up here? Will this catch on here? His belt? You can see the mark there. So yeah, this was, it's like these were rushed in the assembly line by hand. Same with the back. Look at the backpack here. You can see some of the yellow there, and then it could have gotten a few more coats on it. I mean, I get the Python Patrol motif, but it is not executed well at all. And then the lack of the scarf, so you definitely know he's Caucasian under there. I mean, not a big deal on that. But then if you wanted to put a selfie head on there, make sure that you got the right skin tone. It was one of the kind of neat things I liked with the Cobra Trooper idea. You can put anyone you want in there. Everything else is the same fare of the pros and the cons of the Viper mold, including him being incredibly back heavy. And yeah, I'm not going to break out all my other Vipers and put them right next to it. If you want to see my thoughts on the Viper mold, I do have a video on the 3-pack. As far as that, it's all the same there. That's why I didn't take out the goggles and decide to frustrate myself with them coming out. And I mean, if they're going to be going on the heavy on the paint, you notice how in the inner thighs here he's got the yellow, the pads here he's got the yellow. Why not put yellow on the gauntlets then as well? That would have popped really well with it. Maybe on the kneecaps or even on the boots. That would have kept that consistency. The grays are different, by the way. In fact, the only thing that's the same color is the heavy done yellow on his shoulder strap and on his belt. Everything else is slightly different. Even the blacks on the backpack are different because this has got the texturing and this is a flat black. So even though they're part of the same unit, yeah, probably at a distance you can see some cohesion, but when you look up front, they could still technically be different. And I hate this chest plate. Oh my god, I hate this. I didn't even mention that when I first got him, but the more I look at this is so gaudy. I mean, with Outback it worked, that tiger shirt, you know, and the pants and all. This, it works because I got the Python scaling on the arms. This though is it takes away some of the immersion. Okay, one of the things I like about the classifieds is, yes, this is a toy, this is an action figure, well, I understand, but this just makes it so gaudy. Like, it's blatantly kids' toy. This would be a more of a throwback of a retro style, but it breaks the immersion. Like, this guy I can put with my other Vipers. You know, this is supposed to be an elite team here. I can have my 2 Viper commanders, Vipers behind. I think, no, 4? No, I got 6 other Vipers. I got a ton of Vipers. And have this guy being like the commander of them all because he's the Python Patrol elite guy. This right here totally breaks that army immersion. Ugh. Hopefully someone can like cast these and make like a blank chest part, because as much as I want to get rid of that, I mean, I can always, you know, take it off and just have the exposed circuitry. That in some ways looks better than this, which is, that's in burgundy plastic. Why did they even bother do the burgundy plastic and then painting it over in black? I mean, I don't know, there's so many things. It's inconsistent. They probably could have done this in the black plastic and then just tampoed the Python Patrol. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. There is... You know what? Forget that. It's gonna go back in the box. These guys are probably the most disappointing figures I have picked up in all the classified line. And I said, sadly, if I'm out in the field, I might still pick up 2 more just because I'm that much of a fool, but I really can't recommend them. I still have 2 Python Patrol troopers coming in, and I look at this and I'm hoping, I'm like, if they're executed just as badly, I might just sell them off. And I even have the Python Patrol in my collection. I mean, the paint is substandard. This guy's quality control is substandard. This chest plate annoys me. And we're getting less accessories. Yeah, this checks all my boxes of what I don't like about Hasbro. And their army builders. I mean, again, no, I don't need them. That Python Patrol is a substand, was a subline. So many different things I can say about it, but especially after coming back from Outback, was the he was such a good figure. This, even Kamakura being overpriced at what he was a good ninja figure. This, yeah, I really can't. I mean, unless you're the completionist, unless you're a fool like me, if you're casual on this one, I could absolutely say pass on these. Okay, actually the red helmets I'm looking at here. So I got the yellow consistency and the red visors. Okay, so there's a little more consistency to it, but I'm not a fan. So I don't even want to take photos of these guys. So there's no photo montage out of this. These guys in general, easily 6 out of 10. They're passable. They're Joe figures. It's a Bat. It's a Viper. Cool. But this is really the combination of delays, availability, lack of accessory, and lack of polish. I can't even stay away from the goal. Pick them on a shelf and some scalper is going to buy every one of them. So, alright, give me your thoughts below. Send me your comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, tell me in the comments why you don't like this video. And hit that subscribe button. I still have to do Serpentor. And I know I am so glad I didn't review Serpentor first and then go through these guys. Because, I mean, again, I've been watching the other reviews. I know he's a solid figure. So again, that'll be more of an overview. And he'll be coming this week. So if you're interested in my views on it, hit that subscribe button again. And until next time, take care. Peace.